Hello, I'm Father Joe Roesch of the Marian Fathers of the Immaculate Conception. Thank you for joining us as we continue with our year-long journey reading the diary of St. Maria Faustina Kowalska from beginning to end. Today we have a letter from St. Faustina to Father Sopocko from December of 1936. Krakow, 20th of December, 1936. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Most Reverend and dear Father, I am sending you my cordial Christmas wishes, many graces from the Divine Child, good health and strength to work for the glory of God. Sharing this wafer with you, dear Father, I hope that the sweet child Jesus, whom you hold every day in your hands, may grant you light, strength, and power to proclaim this incomprehensible mercy of God to the world, so that, together with the Most Blessed Mother, you may experience the moment of Jesus' birth, a moment which is renewed in every Holy Mass. The Blessed Mother surrounds priests with special care. May all difficulties and adversities dissipate like the shadows of night before the might of Jesus' name. I also wish you, Father, a merry and happy New Year. The new year will bring new graces, new merits, new sufferings, trials, and difficulties, yet may God be praised and adored for everything. Thank you, Father, for your last letter and for your kind answers to my questions. I have not been able to meet with Father Andrasz, but I trust that in the coming days I will be able to talk with him about everything. The Arch-Shepherd is delaying this matter a bit, but it does not matter. There will come a time when he will support it very much. All great works have a small, very small beginning. Please do not try too hard, Father, to secure some external conditions. God himself will arrange them when the time comes. Let us give thanks for what already is. A lot has already been done in this matter. When I ponder these things, I am seized with holy amazement that you, Father, have already arranged so many things, which at the beginning seemed unthinkable because of the rising difficulties. I am hoping that nobody else but you, Father, will carry out the remaining matters. At particular moments I see that God is supporting you, Father, and I am very happy about this. Thank you very much for the remark relating to self-love. I am very grateful for these remarks. I try to put them into practice as best I can. Such a sincere friend is rarely found, a friend who tells everything clearly and openly. This last letter is particularly dear to me. I would like to say but a few words about my interior life. I was, am, and always will be honest with you, Father, and if I cannot write down everything, it is because of other reasons. Nevertheless, I would like to lay bare my soul a bit as far as my disposition toward this whole work is concerned. God is always in the first place, and I unite myself with him continually through an ever purer and deeper love. This work is, as it were, in the second place, for it blossomed only from my close union with God. It is, so to speak, the flower of my close communion with God. I place the life of my soul with God above everything else. I see that I have not very clearly put into writing what I intended to express, but I trust you understand me in this, Father. Since December 9th, I have been in a sanatorium in Biały Pradnik, just outside Krakow, and I am to remain here for 3 months. If you would be so kind as to write a few words to me, send them to the address in Józefów, because the sisters visit me here quite often, and they will deliver it to me. The state of my health is still far from good, but I feel better than before. Our dear Mother General decided that I should come here for treatment. I am surrounded by extraordinary care. May God be blessed for this, too. I have a private isolation room here in the hospital. I am all alone with the Lord. The chapel is not far, so I spend a lot of time alone conversing with the Lord. At the present moment I am under his exclusive direction. Jesus himself deepens within me his divine life and makes me capable of communing with him. The Lord often visits me in my solitude. He has brought me into greater intimacy with himself, particularly during these moments. I kiss your hand and ask your prayers and blessings. I remain united in prayer in the merciful heart of Jesus for the conversion of sinners. Sister M. Faustina. Here, St. Faustina sends her Christmas greetings to Father Sopocko and also for the new year. She thanks him for his letter. She hopes to be able to meet with Father Andrasz soon. She trusts that the Archbishop will come to support the idea of the new congregation in the future. She again cautions Father Sopocko from pushing too hard to get everything approved. She is sure that God will arrange all things at the appropriate time. As I've mentioned before, it sometimes seems that St. Faustina is the spiritual director for Father Sopocko. She hopes that he will eventually be the founder of the new community and the one to move everything forward. That is how things turned out. Faustina humbly accepts his counsel on self-love or self-centeredness. She is grateful that he says what needs to be said so that Faustina can grow spiritually. She calls him a true friend. Faustina wants to be clear that Jesus is her first love. The work of the Divine Mercy takes second place to that. She is back in the sanatorium, which was a hospital for tuberculosis patients. She must stay there for 3 months. She asks for another letter that she can receive there. Her health has improved a bit, but she is still very sick. She writes of having her own room and that she is not far from the chapel, so she speaks a lot of time alone with Jesus. Jesus is her only spiritual director at that time. She speaks of the graces that she receives from Jesus in order to deepen their union and their communication. And she signs off the letter, I remain united in prayer in the merciful heart of Jesus for the conversion of sinners. It seems like that's a beautiful summary of her life.